Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for Boob Tube. And of course, it's not Boob Tube without my beautiful co-host, Casey Carter and Desiree Bottom. Hey, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
And
girl, hey.
shout out to Jason beating us to the punch again. So good to have you back, Jason.
Yep.
And
Facts.
in your usual fashion, it's not even, he's like right there waiting for us first comment.
Yes.
Love it.
That's what we love. This is why we miss Jason, right? Like we sit through the promo and the comments if they come through, they start popping up before our promo even finishes. So we know Jason's there before we ever even get a chance to say hi.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, first one in the chat.
Yes.
So that is that'll be his slogan.
First one in the chat.
First one in the chat. That's you,
Mm.
Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate it. Woo, what a week, eh?
Listen, I got snow. So, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people in the South are experiencing not only cold weather, but some white.
New Orleans, 10 inches of snow. Broke a 130-year-old record. Allow me to say
wow.
again. 10 inches of snow in New Orleans. Okay. Destin, Florida. Destin and Panama City had 2 to 3 inches. Houston had 2 to 4 inches. These are places that are not supposed to have snow. And I know I'm from the Northeast, and I know, 2 to 4 inches ain't shit. But in a place like that, that is like a blizzard. Okay. Let's be real. That's a blizzard.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Hey, Zany, we see you in the chat. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. I don't know about y'all, but this cold weather has me completely exhausted. Like, I literally just want to stay in bed and cuddle and watch TV. But I'm not going to lie when I say that it starts out that way, and 5 minutes into whatever I'm watching, the TV's watching me.
Yes. Yes. Let us say that. You want to know why I really don't remember or can't come up with a list? I'm sleeping through everything. All right, true confession.
Wow.
True confession. I'm sleeping through everything I'm watching.
Let me tell you what's awesome about YouTube. YouTube tells you what you've watched. And so I can go through and be like, recently watched, because YouTube just keeps going.
Right.
And so I'll start watching one thing, and then I'll go and look at my recently viewed and be like, so this is all the stuff that was watching me.
Yes, exactly. So yeah. Because I actually came up with a list. I remember everything that I put on my list, but I also know I saw some other things that I don't remember. And I'm so mad about that.
I got 2 things on my list.
I got better than that. I got 4.
Woo!
Now, granted, one of the 4 isn't even out yet. I just wanted to talk about the fact that I want to watch it when it comes out. But
okay,
I got 4, and I swear there's something I watched on Friday. It's not on my list. It's not on my list.
Oh, hey, what's up,
Jay? From Vegas. Woo!
Live from Vegas.
Yes, a lot Vegas. Hey, we miss you. Like, we need you to legit be on with us. So there's always a room for you. You don't even have to announce like in advance. Show up. Put me on the screen. You got it. Anything.
He quit us, man.
I know. He literally, I would say he hit it and quit it, but he was with us for so long I can't say it that way. But
no. He drove the car for a long time.
Okay.
He opened the door one day.
That's commitment right there. Live from the taxi line. See, you love us. You love us.
We love our Exotica family. So yeah. We miss you. We miss your energy and
let me just run through a few things for him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jason's gonna love that one.
I told you, wait, when we had Jay, that was the one
Mhm.
thing that used to drive us nuts is we'd be in the middle of talking and Jay would be running. He'd be running some sounds and we're like,
The sound alerts.
yeah. So it's hard to,
Especially the fart one.
oh,
You
wait.
be saying something and then all of a sudden you hear like
I
what?
wish there was a stripper emoji. That's our Jay.
Wow.
That's our Jay.
Wow.
That's our
Well,
Jay.
I wonder how the show is going. Let us know how it's going. There was a lot of controversy around the culinary picket line, so it'll be interesting to hear how things are going. I know that there was a lot of speculation around XBiz with the wildfires taking place so very close to
Mm-hmm.
the show. So a lot of things in January that are sparking off. Dun dun.
Pun intended.
Well, my dad's house was actually affected by the fires, and
Where
he's
did your dad
left.
live again?
He lives in Fillmore, California,
Mm.
which
Oh
is
damn.
off the 5 near Valencia, near it's like just north of LA.
Okay.
So, yeah, you haven't eaten in 3 days.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
JK. Yeah.
Is that why you need a stripper emoji?
Ah, wait, but
Right?
Strip
you Vegas
No, wait,
baby,
let me
like mom's margaritas. Like I
listen.
think we may have
Strip
had too
clubs
many
always have the best
margaritas.
food.
Bye,
Yeah.
Jay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming through. We love you. Yeah, strip clubs always have the best food. The
Wait,
best burger in Jacksonville,
wait.
Florida is at this place called Wacko's. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but
So
yeah.
there's a couple of spots here in Atlanta. I haven't One of them I haven't been to yet, but there's another one that I did go to. We literally did dinner and a show. Literally, that's how, like, it was about 8 of
It's
us.
amazing.
Dinner and a show.
It's
And
amazing.
this particular strip club, the food is so legit. There's actually a dining room restaurant section just off the side of just off the
Wow.
side of where the catwalk is.
Okay.
And then so you move from that section over to where the actual catwalk stripper area is. And it was funny. I have to admit, it was literally my first strip club experience. And so yeah, I was the person who was getting the lap dance from this very pretty girl who was from Florida, and we're busy talking about college and the other strip club that she worked in and why she moved from that one to this one. And the guy who gave me the money, like who paid for my lap dance, was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, we're talking. This is fantastic. I love this." Yeah, apparently I ruined his fantasy by trying to have intelligent conversation. Sorry.
First of all, sir,
Mm.
this ain't about you.
Mm-mm.
Second
Right?
of all, I think it's amazing when you are like some of the girls don't want to bond with other girls. They think there's no money in that, or for whatever reason, they just don't. I've been to clubs where they're like, ugh. But there's this one club that was near Mayport, Florida, and this girl had this long, beautiful, flowy, shiny hair, and she did the lap dance, and she would flip her hair over you, and you could smell this wonderful, intoxicating smell from her hair that just had me like, take it all, take it all, every last dollar. And the other girls were like, damn, like literally, take it all, every last dollar. I was reaching in my back pocket, my pocketbook, like, hey, you got
You were
more
just
money? Yeah,
giving her
yeah, okay.
everything.
It was, and it was like she had this trifecta of mesmerizing whoever she's
Mm,
dancing with and
okay.
making you feel like you're the only person in the room that matters. And I was like, yo, this is what every dancer should be aspiring to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding that
How to
you're
make that
providing an
connection.
experience. Yes. Not, oh, you gave me $5 and I'm looking for the next $5. It was literally
Yeah.
like because I think I spent $20 for the initial lap dance,
Mm-hmm.
and she treated that lap dance like I'd given her $200.
Mm.
And I probably did end up giving her $200 when it was all said and done because I was just like, "Take it all, take it all." And I just thought to myself, before that experience, I had been to so many clubs and had so many experiences prior, and none of them ever matched
That.
or what reached that level of like making me feel like, and I don't even, if I recall correctly, I don't even think she was like quote unquote into girls. It was just,
Okay. Yeah.
you're a customer,
Right.
your
Right.
money's green, and I'm gonna make you, feel special. And
Right.
I wonder where she's at now.
Mm. Well, I've had a couple of lap dances outside the strip club. Um, granted, both of these
Mm.
girls I know for sure. Both of these girls I know for sure are into girls, but they had that energy that you're talking about, where they were focused on you. They gave you the same quality lap dance that they would have given a dude. And it was one of those things where, as a girl, getting a girl, having a girl give me a lap dance and not being into girls, I was like, oh, I'd sit here and do this all night. I get it. Okay, I get it. I get why they do this and give them all the money. Because in that moment, I was like, oh, I'm the shit. So,
I always like, so fun fact, I applied to be a stripper when I was 21,
okay.
and I didn't make it. Clearly it looked so much easier than what it really was. And so yeah, good times. I always just like, for me, I just love that, like, I feel like it takes like a certain set of skills.
Because no, I think it does. I don't even, I've seen so many people who are stripper pole athletes and can do magic tricks. And I've seen
Mm-hmm.
some who can't twirl around that pole if you spun them, if like, you know what I'm saying? And yet they
Yeah.
both gave you an experience that captivated you. So I think it's the person. Absolutely. Because I bet you there's plenty of these stripper pole acrobats who would never want to give you a lap dance. They don't want to be that close and make that level of connection. I mean, very well, Carrie, when you go to the convention, a lot of these girls who do a lot of interacting on cam don't have that same level of confidence to interact in person. And
Yes.
and a lot
That's
of them
very
are
common.
right. So I wouldn't be surprised if you know you get the same
So
from the strip club.
let me ask you this. There's been a variety of TV shows and movies that have featured exotic dancers.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that my love for exotic dancers initiated from Flashdance,
Mm.
but
Mm.
recently P Valley was definitely
That's the shit right there.
that that
That's the shit right
rekindled
there.
fire and admiration for people who can, that. And I think that P Valley like, not exposed, but like kind of highlighted some of the issues that exotic dancers face, like when you get that obsessive fan, or you get that, like, boyfriend that wants to watch every move you make. So, that for me, watching P Valley, which, I mean, come on, there's a whole bunch of other reasons why it was great too, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, P Valley more recently, Flashdance when I was
Oh,
younger, and just loved.
Flashdance was so good. Oh my god, that was so good.
Epic movie. So, woo! We're taking it back.
Way way
Taking it
back.
back. Taking it back.
Way way
I do want to talk about, I watched, so what I did was I played remote roulette, because as we've talked about last week, it's been hard trying to find stuff to watch because we're kind of in between seasons. By the way, Dexter Resurrection started filming. Michael C. Hall posted on TikTok that they are officially
Ooh.
filming Dexter Resurrection.
okay.
But I watched and this is a remote roulette selection. It wasn't by choice.
Okay.
It's called The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg,
What's that
and
on?
it's a. I want to say it was on. Hold on, let me go look. I think it was Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's because that's that right there. Paramount Plus is my side piece for real. Paramount and Hulu, they compete to be my side
Yes,
piece.
it's 2014, so it's an early Mark Wahlberg film,
Mm.
and it's currently streaming on Apple TV,
Ooh,
Amazon.
Oh.
oh,
It's on a
Apple
couple of different
TV.
things.
Apple, you
I
said
don't
Apple
remember seeing it
TV,
on
right?
Apple TV, but maybe it was. But so it's a movie about Mark Wahlberg being a college professor, but he has a
Okay.
side hobby of being a gambler and a high
Ooh.
risk, high dollar gambler. Like literally one of the very first scenes, he's in this underground casino and he takes in 10 grand, puts it on the table, wins at blackjack, gets so now he's at 20,000, puts the 20,000 all in on the table. He gets up to 80,000 and then loses it. And so
Oh.
this movie is about his struggle with Jessica Lange plays his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this scene which is what kind of sold me, because you can play the remote roulette, but you don't necessarily have to watch whatever shows up. The scene, the introduction, when you put it on the movie, the little thumbnail, and it
Preview.
plays a little trailer, the little preview, right? And it has her at the bank with Mark Wahlberg, and the bank is like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" Because she's like, "I want $260,000 or $240,000 cash," and she's
Damn.
like, so Jessica Lange says, "Do you think I'm okay if I've got my son here and I have to ask for $260,000 in cash? Like, duh."
Right, right,
So
right.
Jessica Lange plays the tired mom of having to come to the son's rescue, and
Mm.
just knowing that he's involved with these shady people who have no qualms taking him out if he doesn't pay this money back. And
Taking
so
moms too.
yeah, it's an
Mm.
interesting movie.
Mm.
John Goodman plays in it, and a few other, the guy that passed away with a scar from The Wire, what's his name?
Mm-hmm. Him.
Yeah,
Yep.
Michael Kenneth Williams. And it's a
Oh,
good movie.
I know what movie you're talking about. I didn't watch all of it, but I remember him being in it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It was interesting. I wasn't sure what to expect. And yeah. So The
Okay.
Gambler, circa 2014, took it back what, 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Dang.
sure.
My math is like slow right now. I'm like 10 years. Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, The Gambler, Mark Wahlberg. That was, and I think it was on Apple TV. I don't know. I just did.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna look it up and see what I see. So I don't. A few couple years ago, I discovered on Netflix something called Young, Famous, and African. It is the African
Okay.
equivalent to Love and Hip Hop. And
Okay.
I immediately fell in love with this because these are people I don't know, ain't never heard of none of these people, but they are the epitome of what it means to be ridiculously wealthy. Not
Wealthy.
rich, but
Mm-hmm.
wealthy.
Wealthy.
Wealthy. Yes. And let me tell you why I say that. When you watch Love and Hip Hop, it's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, whatever the California one, whatever, 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 right? So everybody is physically located in that place, that city. These people live in African countries and literally fly private jets to come and be together to just shoot the show. Okay. Like they're all friends, live in various countries in Africa, and nobody lives in just one African country. They live in multiple. African countries and fly from country to country to be with each other, to be with their family. And when you think about Africa, like we live in the United States. The United States is 50 states and territories and whatever. And it's like this. Africa is like this. And these people travel tip to tip, side to side of Africa, and then they travel the world. So when I say wealthy versus rich, they are wealthy versus rich. Now, having said all of that, it is literally like watching Love and Hip Hop. Literally, it's so much ridiculousness, so much drama, but I just love seeing that on that bigger scale, that much larger, and being able to put into perspective that, like using Stevie J for example on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which just showed up on Netflix, seeing these people and knowing that as an American, and that being an American show, American producer, songwriter, whatever, very talented, has made a lot of money. And then you see these people from Africa, and I'm like, oh shit, he ain't made no money yet. He ain't made no money yet. So it is a great show if you are a fan of Love and Hip Hop. Great, 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 great show. Because also the outfits are absolutely extravagant.
Stunning.
Oh my God. Like, so if you watched Coming to America and they've got these brightly colored African garbs, or Black Panther, the fabrics are beautifully woven and all of that. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing a combination of that along with Paris or Italian runway. Like these things are all combined. There's a guy who at the minute his name escapes me, but he's this super, super tall, very, very chocolatey, metrosexual dude. I don't know if he's gay or not. He gives you gay vibes, but he also gives you very metrosexual. Apparently he was voted GQ's best dressed in Africa, or something like that. But he will have 6-inch platforms. Dude is already tall, right? He'll have on 6-inch platform boots, carrying a Birkin bag, and yes, and will be wearing long, flowy outfits. And I just sit there going, this is ridiculous. Like, this is absolutely, like, this puts all of our Love and Hip Hop folks to shame. And yet, I can't stop watching. And the storylines are just as ridiculous.
I think the difference is that Love and Hip Hop is people aspiring to reach their wealth and riches, where this African show sounds like these are people that were already wealthy. So this is their lifestyle versus trying to
this is what other people are trying to get to. Oh my God.
Yes.
Like I said, the very first thing I noticed when I saw the first season was nobody lived in this one area. Everybody lived in another country. And when they arrive, you always see them getting off a private plane. And I have since learned that the homes that you see some of these people in aren't always their home, their actual
or the plane
residence, right? But
or the cars.
When you're watching this particular show, these people are genuinely like their conversation confirms they live in other countries and come to the location to shoot the show. So in this last season, there was someone who kept flying in and out because her friends needed her. There was another one. She was a shit starter, and she'd fly in, start some shit, fly back home to get over the shit she started, then fly back in. And so, yeah, if you're not familiar with it, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend.
I believe I've seen it of like a prior season.
And okay, and having said that, another one that I have watched that I'm about to watch between now and next week is Dubai Bling. Same concept. Same concept. Wealth on a level none of our shows, none of our housewife shows, none of our selling Salt Lake, selling Hollywood, whatever, none of them can touch that show in terms of the wealth. It's just ridiculous.
Mm.
One could only dream.
Yeah.
What you got, Des?
I
Yep.
think, yeah, what you got?
For me, well, I watched the whole first season actually of Dexter. So that was good. The first season, all of it. Yeah. So the beginning for me was a little dry, but I was like, I pushed on because I was like, I knew you ladies or Platinum 2 said it was really good. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep you know, you got to get over the hump thing, right? So I was like, okay. And it was. The end of the first season, I must say, it was immaculate. I enjoyed it very much. So now I'm going to start the second season this week.
It takes a while watching Dexter for the first time. It takes a while to understand the dynamic of all the characters and they're building up to, you know, the big reveal. And it like you said, it takes a while to get there, but once it gets there, you're then hooked.
You are so
true.
So I think it was kind of like, I think The Sopranos was like that. The Wire was like that. You got enough initially to go, this looks interesting. And then they spent time kind of building the plot, and you're like, okay. And then by the end of that first season, you're like, oh, this is some shit. Okay. Yes, I am loving this. So yeah, Dexter definitely fits that formula of, I'm going to get you in the beginning, then I'm going to set the foundation for what this is going to be, and we're going to play this out. And it's funny because, I mean, like any series that runs for a while, there's always a season that's a little duller than the others.
Okay.
But by the time you get to that point, you are so vested in it. You're like, we'll just push through. We're going to push through because I know it'll get better. So
yeah, I did like how they did explain, unravel each character, say how he learned I guess how to kill, and the stepfather helped him and stuff like that. So I thought that was really good, and I'm glad that he did help him, because it's
yeah,
it's not just when you have serious issues like that, it's not just it. At least he gave him the tools to maintain the urge and stuff like that. So,
and you'll find throughout this series that there are several occasions where he's met with questions about that, because like right now he stands firm in his code, and he's going to meet other people that will challenge what he believes in, and challenge whether the choices he made really fit the code, or did he justify his actions to meet the code so that he could feel better about those
what he was
choices.
doing.
So keep watching, because you're gonna it and it's interesting because he comes in contact and has all of these challenges with other people who are killers, and in each situation he's faced with yet again another question or another challenge, or situations where he is confident and feels safe that nothing could ever happen to him, and yet bum bum bum.
So in my rewatching of Dexter recently, I forgot. Kari, remember the dark-haired artist, the crazy dark-haired?
Yes, the girl that he was chilling with between Rita and getting married.
So I forgot how early she was in the whole
second season, I believe.
Yeah, it was early. I thought she was a little further, but and then I forgot just how batshit crazy she was.
Oh yeah, she was crazy.
She was
Yeah.
She was batshit. Oh yeah.
Lila.
Thank you, Lila.
Lila.
I thought Rita's ex was batshit crazy. So we'll see what
He's nothing.
We'll see what happens.
Nothing.
Not compared to this chick. She is.
Nah.
And this is what threw me. Because apparently I'm remembering. I watched some of that this past week, so this is why it's coming fresh.
Nice.
But
nice.
One of the things that I was confused by with her is she and Dexter went somewhere in Florida where Dexter encountered the guy who supposedly actually killed his mom. And I couldn't tell if she was encouraging him to kill the guy, not encouraging him to kill the guy, because like she thought she was like hyping him up. Go confront him. You need to confront him. You need to settle this. You need to whatever. And then when he goes and she knows he's going to the bar where the guy works to confront him, she's calling him like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, I'm about to do it. She's like, "No, don't do it.
Don't
do it.
Oh
and I'm
my God.
Bitch, you made him go down there. What did you think was going to happen if he went down there? You already know he kills people. What?
I don't think she really wrapped her head around the true extent of what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was one of those telltale moments where...
Hello?
I'm busy right now. We could have texted. But to me, but again, also knowing her, she was a control freak.
And that was what was so weird about it, because it felt like a push pull. It was, I'm gonna push you into this moment so she could see what happened. Right. And then it was like, wait, you're gonna actually kill him? No, don't do that.
Yeah, let's reel you back.
Yeah, but anyway.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like it, because she's not right. She and Dexter, there was prior to that moment in this particular episode, she and Dexter were out just chatting, talking, whatever, roaming through the neighborhood, and she's stealing things from people's property to incorporate to incorporate into her artwork. So like people had wind chimes on their front door, and she's just grabbing stuff, and she's busy handing it to Dexter, and he's taking it. And they're having casual conversation like they're not stealing and trespassing.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, she was
mind blowing.
Wrapped tight. Not at all. So you will enjoy that season and those encounters, because she's not. And you know who else is on that particular season? Remember Jo Beth Williams, the mom from was
Poltergeist.
E.T. Poltergeist. Thank you, Poltergeist.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, you'll enjoy her. She plays Rita's mom, and she is not digging Dexter. Not digging.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's
what you got, Kari?
You heard it here first.
Speaking of Dexter, it's a movie called Cold in July. It's set in the 80s.
You said Cold in July?
Cold in July. And it might have been Apple TV. Hold on, let me look it up.
Is this another one of your TV roulette things?
It was, and I will admit that I saw Dexter, Michael C. Hall, the guy that plays Dexter, and was like, okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, so the movie is basically, at the very beginning, Michael C. Hall is in bed with his wife, and he's got a 3 or 4-year-old son in bed, and it's the middle of the night, and all of a sudden he hears a sound. So he gets up and gets his gun out of the nightstand, and he goes into the living room, and there's this young dude obviously breaking in, and he shoots him and kills him. And the police come out, they do their investigation, and the police officer instantly says, "That's so and so." And he's like, Well, you don't even know. You haven't fingerprinted him, or oh yeah, we've had lots of run-ins with him. So they announce, oh, so and so was burglarizing a home, and this citizen shot him and killed him, and what a hero, right? Come to find out, um the father of the person that they said he killed is now stalking Michael C. Hall, Dexter, and his family, showing up to his son's school, breaking into his house, ripping stuffed animals apart. He comes in and finds the man, had broken into the house in the middle of the night, was, staring at the son,
Oof,
yada yada yada.
creepy.
So we've painted this scenario of, now Michael C. Hall, who was simply defending his family in the middle of the night, is now the victim of being stalked by that said person's father, only to find out, okay, that there was in Michael C. Hall, he's kind of doing his own investigation now. He's like, something's amiss, something's wrong, and why are the police so adamant that he killed this person, and there's really no proof that that's who he killed. So he's
Mm-hmm.
following the police, following the man that was stalking him, because he ends up in jail, and the police take him, douse him in fire, and put him on the train tracks.
Excuse me?
Now, yeah,
Whoa.
they
Who got doused in fire?
the dad,
The,
the one
the
that's
stalk
now
the
stalking
stalker.
the father of the person that they said Dexter killed. And we're gonna just call him
Okay.
Dexter, because Michael
Yeah,
C. Hall will
I'm
always
fine
be
with that. I'm
Dexter.
fine with that.
So they have the father in custody, because remember, he's stalking Dexter's family, and Dexter witnesses them and what they're doing to the father, and he's like, this doesn't add up. Why are they so adamant to get rid of him? And Dexter saves him. Now, mind you, this is the man that broke into his house, was standing over his son, and in the midst of him saving the father, he takes him to this cabin, and he's like, why do they want you dead? Like, we need,
Mm-hmm.
I have questions, like, I don't understand what all of this is about. And he was like, but now that he's suspicious of the police, now the father is like, Dexter's like, I don't think I killed your son. I'm pretty certain that wasn't your son. And the father's like, what do you mean you didn't kill my son? And so they are now working together to find out who it was that he killed, because he wants to know, was that his son? Only, dun dun dun. You gotta watch the movie. It's called Cold in July. Don
Okay.
Johnson plays in it.
Is it
Don
Apple
Johnson.
TV or is it Apple TV?
Pluto.
Oh, okay.
It says Pluto,
Pluto
Amazon,
TV.
Amazon.
Pluto TV. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so it's called Cold in July. It starts off autumn, like, fast, and it just spirals. The story just keeps getting deeper and
Mm-hmm.
deeper and deeper, and it's a good. I did not think I was gonna like it. I was just watching it because, again, not Russian roulette, remote roulette,
I
not
get it.
Russian.
Remote
Um,
roulette.
and I was again, it was
Yeah.
like the gambler. I was pleasantly surprised, and I enjoyed watching things that weren't in my peripheral, weren't on my watch list. Older movies that I probably wouldn't have watched had I been engrossed in current TV.
Mm-hmm.
But since I've watched the finale of Lioness and the finale of Landman, and we're waiting on the next Power or Dexter or
Something.
Something. Yeah.
something to come on, I'm stuck in limbo, which is how we ended up with remote roulette, because your girl didn't have nothing to watch.
Okay. So speaking of just watching things, before the show started, I told Kari I watched this one particular show, movie, whatever, just so I could trash it. And so I watched a Nicolas Cage movie called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Not Nicolas Cage.
Yes, Nicolas Cage. And let me tell
I
you,
said the same thing.
let me tell you, that joint started off when the movie starts, Nicolas Cage is playing motherfucking Nicolas Cage, the actor. But
wow.
wait,
wait a minute.
There's more.
There's more.
Is that not a testament to narcissism?
Right.
No. Wait.
Right.
Let me give it to you. Then I'm gonna let you say what you just said. Okay. Let me give it to you. So Nicolas Cage, in the beginning of the movie, he meets with some producer, director, or whatever, and is trying to convince them to give him this part. And he, they're talking, oh, it looks like it's gonna happen and it's good. He's like, oh, let me read for you. So, the guy's like, nah, it's okay, it's not necessary, whatever. He's like, no, let me do it. So then he starts just spouting off these lines from the movie, and everybody's like, wow. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know if that's wow, you're so weird, or wow, you did a great job. Like, you're not really sure what just happened. So Nicolas Cage is in his car driving, and the next thing you know, Nicolas Cage is having a conversation with Nicolas Cage. And and younger Nicolas Cage, and the younger Nicolas Cage is like, you are motherfucking Nicolas Cage. Like, and I'm like, oh my God. This goes on throughout the movie. The moment I knew this shit was out of control is he's having another one of these moments where old Nicolas Cage is talking to young Nicolas Cage, and they're having this, face-to-face conversation, and I'm watching going, the fuck is about to happen here? The two Nicolas Cages lean into each other. No. Yes. They kiss. And the young Nicolas Cage is like, yes. And Nicolas Cage is a good kisser. And I'm like, the fuck am I watching? What am I watching?
Wow.
Oh, they should have called it the Great American Shit Show.
When I tell you, I watched it because I knew it was going to be horrible.
Yeah.
And I wanted to come talk about it.
And it's okay. Yeah. We love it. We love to see it.
It was, I knew I was ready to turn it off when Nicolas Cage kissed Nicolas Cage and then complimented Nicolas Cage on being a good kisser. I was done. I was like, okay, that's enough. That's too far. That's way too far. So if you want to be amused, I'm not even going to tell you what the movie's actually about, because that right there that I described, that's what I watched it for. That part right there. The unbearable weight of massive talent. So yes, listen.
What inspired you, or how did you hear about this movie in the first place?
Because you know how Netflix does. They're busy with their little algorithms, being nosy as fuck, looking at everything you watch, and somehow it was in there. And like I said to Kari, I was honest. I told you I watched it so I could talk shit about it.
You did.
I didn't think it was going to be any good.
You said, I got a movie that I watched just so I could trash it. And you said Nicolas Cage, and I was like, Nicolas Cage? Why would you watch Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Like,
I sacrificed myself for the sake of the show. I watched it on purpose. I watched this.
You know, in fact, I saw something on YouTube. There's this, I have to go find the channel, and I stumbled on it on accident. It was one of those, like, I started watching one thing and ended up in a rabbit hole where it just automatically kept going to these other places. And there was one that the guy was talking about the rise and fall of Nicolas Cage. And he was like, there was a time where Nicolas Cage was a brilliant actor. He was, really great. And then it's like he crash landed. And ever since then, it's been, a struggle to get back on top. And he's like, there's a couple of moments where he almost did, like Ghost Rider. And then,
but that was still earlier. That was on the tail end of his high. And I'm gonna say this: if you are a streaming TV watcher, type Nicolas Cage in to all the various platforms that you watch. It's just one shitty movie after another. This one just looked like I would be amused at the shittiness. That's all. That's the only reason why I watched it.
I'm gonna tell you, I have two films that I really like from Nicolas Cage: Raising Arizona and Face Off.
I love Face Off. Okay,
I love Face Off.
Kari, watch this movie.
I will watch
this
it.
movie. And I'm not even going to tell you why. The fact that you said Face Off, you're going to have to be patient. It'll come, but watch this movie. Mm-hmm.
I got my cord caught up. It's all like twisted.
You about to choke yourself live on YouTube and X? Is that what we're saying?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you.
No. It's not. Well, I don't know. Let me check. Let me do a safety check. I would hate to be on here and be like,
exactly. Listen.
And you're like, Kari, adjust it. And I'm just like, wonk, wonk, wonk.
Anyway.
Desiree, what you got for us, girl? What you got for us?
Okay, I'm going to go with something I'm looking forward to that's on Netflix. The Night Agent. They have a new series coming.
Yes.
Back again. Yeah, so the first one I really liked. And I'm looking forward to this one. I didn't even know there was going to be another one.
Yeah, so yeah. Is that, I think that's like coming up the 30th or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I just recently rewatched season 1 to get ready for season 2. It's either the 30th or the 23rd. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Soon. Yeah.
Soon. 10 days and I'll be the big 50.
Woo, woo. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Not quite.
Party like it's your birthday. Gonna sip a Bacardi like it's your birthday.
Yeah, let's just start celebrating now. Yeah. All I want for my birthday is a big booty stripper.
Okay,
extra celebration. Thank you. So for those who don't know, February 1st, I will be 50.
And Desiree, your birthday is
a week later.
February 8th.
Yeah.
They ask me what I do and who I do it for, and how I come up with this shit up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big studio. All I want for my birthday is a big order high. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci style. When I die, bury me inside the Louis style.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hold up. And
there you go.
I made this, by the way.
Go Kari. Go Kari.
For those that also don't know, I do social media management, virtual assisting for people who have OnlyFans, loyal fans, and all that kind of stuff, as well as digital marketing. You can get coaching, consultation, or we can talk about how I can help you improve your revenue and make more money. Hey, Mistress Melts, that's my girl. She came to visit me in Baltimore a long, long time ago at the Cam House. It's been a while. You're going to be in Chicago for EXXXOTICA? Wow. Yeah. So, yes.
Okay.
I don't have anything else that I've watched. I've been watching the days go by.
Let me give you this one last thing.
Go ahead. Give us that gem.
I gotta get this out because this is something else that I intentionally watched so I could talk about it. Jerry Springer. We all know.
Yes.
Jerry Springer.
You are not the father, right?
No, that's Maury. Jerry Springer was infamous for having little people.
He did drama with Steve, with the bald-headed.
Yes, Steve Wilkos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this is on Netflix. and it's called Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. I know a lot about Jerry Springer because I'm not gonna lie. I watched it. I did. And then of course I got bored after some point in time. But it is as scandalous watching the show, watching this program. It's only 2 episodes, so I definitely recommend watching it. You get the actual behind the scenes origin of the show and how it not from the literal inception, but shortly thereafter, it ends up with a producer whose main goal in life was to push TV as far as he could. And one of the things he said is, if I can get away with murder, I'm going to do
I
it.
will.
Somebody, a guest, 2 guests from the Jerry Springer show. One of them was murdered. Like, this woman was murdered by this man. The 2 of them were on the show together. The 2 had been dating, and he needed I don't know if he needed citizenship or not, but the 2 of them were dating. He was foreign. He ends up hooking up with somebody else. The 3 of them end up on the show talking whatever. And they were from Florida. So they get back to Florida and the show airs while just after the guy had gotten into a fight with the woman, and he's sitting in a bar and apparently getting drunk and getting mad. Okay. And while sitting in that bar, decided he was going to go and kill this woman. So he went back to her house and murdered her at the house because of how mad he was about how crazy he looked on Jerry Springer. First of all, wow. If you're going on Jerry Springer, you're going to look crazy no matter what. No matter what.
True.
But that was like a pivotal moment in the show, because it was from that moment forward, everybody in the universe wanted to know about this Jerry Springer, wanted to watch Jerry Springer. And that was the moment, if you're familiar with Jerry Springer, that was the moment when Jerry Springer topped Oprah in daytime talk shows.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a lot of like domestic disputes and stuff, right? Things like that?
It's just
chaos?
It's shenanigans. You gotta watch it. You have to watch it.
On Netflix.
Because yes, it's on Netflix, and it's only 2 episodes, so it won't take long to get through the whole thing. But you get so much in those 2 episodes. I'll take it. So much information. Like, when you watched it as just a viewer, you speculated that this is some shenanigans. They're creating these moments and so forth and so on. And sure enough, producers admit to the fact that they were under pressure to create the most drama they could. And one of the very first episodes of Jerry Springer, was this old dude who I think was blind because he had on like these Ray Charles type sunglasses. And they introduced him to the audience. He was on the stage. They introduced his wife to the audience. And apparently they didn't even tell Jerry about his wife. So when they bring his wife to the stage, his wife was a horse that he apparently legally married. And the horse is busy kissing him in the mouth, licking him in the mouth, and he's turning his head to be licked in the mouth.
You.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
We're gonna take a trip down memory lane.
You gotta Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action on Netflix. It will just affirm how ridiculous that show was. But it also affirms that the show didn't as much create an audience as we ate it up. Like I think, so I was a mass communications major in college, and one of the questions is kind of like chicken or the egg, which came first. And this is kind of the same thing. You know, you can put Howard Stern in this same category. Howard Stern, the shock jock, and all of the wild and crazy things he says. Did he create the audience, or was the audience there waiting for him to show up?
Yeah.
And I think Jerry Springer was the same way. Like, people just needed to find him to get him to have the higher numbers than Oprah. Because, like, one of the things they talked about is you wanted to have minimally 2 million viewers for your show in order to rate. Oprah always had 12 to 14 million. So if they had that minimum 2 million, you can imagine how hard it was for them to get to the Oprah level. They had already resigned themselves that they were never going to get to the Oprah level. So for them to get to Oprah level with the shenanigans says a lot for us as people. The fact that we would just as soon watch the shenanigans than watch Oprah.
Well, it's just the same thing as they say about reality TV. Reality TV has taken over our entertainment sector. Not so much anymore. I think people are not necessarily less interested, but because so much of it has been fabricated and falsified and faked for so
especially because
long.
now we know. Now we know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we've been knowing. I knew way back in the day. So, fun fact, when I was doing the Cam House, I got approached to do the BBW uh Baddie Club, or what is it? What was it called? What's the where they put all the girls in the house and they fight? Bad Girls
The
Club.
Bad Girls
BBW
Club.
Bad Girls Club. Yeah. They said, "Hey, Will, they laid out this whole idea, and it was essentially the same thing as Bad Girls Club, except it was at the Cam House, which was BBW Cam House, and it would be all BBWs." And I was like, "I don't want to do it." And they were like, "Psh," and they were talking good money. They were talking good money, and I knew it would be a great opportunity for a lot of the people to get notoriety. I didn't want to participate because I wasn't going to put myself or anybody else in danger, or even in a situation where it was that negative. Like, I can understand if we were in a situation where things naturally and organically turned into some sort of disagreement, because I understand not everything could be rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine, and people are going to disagree or whatever. But I didn't want to go into the situation knowing that that was their intention, and knowing that they were going to stage these scenarios.
Fair
And
enough.
I'm like, some of these people already don't like each other. And I was like, I can only imagine that this could go too far. And I was like, and then not only that, but this is where I live. So it's not like a
You can
stage.
escape it. Yeah.
Right. It's not like we're going to a studio or an Airbnb or a place. This is a place that I actually lived in. And I just felt like this wasn't the right situation for me. And, in hindsight, I still wouldn't have done it. I don't want any part of that. That's why, somebody wanted to do a podcast, and it would be a gossip podcast about people in the adult industry. And I was like, I don't want to do that either.
Right.
I want to do things that uplift people and, perpetuate positivity as best as I can. Obviously not all situations naturally, go that way, but I'm not going to intentionally get into a situation where it's harmful to people's mental health and harmful to people's physical health. So anyways, just a little fun fact.
It's about that time.
It is that time. It is that time.
Yes, it is that time. What's up, Burgundy? Mr. Smelts, let's do a quick shout out of everybody that's in the chat. We got Jay Dodds, Whitney Frias, Christopher Gagliardi, of course, Jason, our front row, front center, and always first to the line. Zany. We love us some Zany. And I don't see anybody else in there. So we want to say thank you to everyone who came to the show.
I was going to say, I see someone with Burgundy listed on their name, and JR Dues. I don't know if you got those names. Did you get? Oh, well, forget.
I was trying to mention everybody that I saw in the chat. I did a little scroll. So
I was too busy flipping to our screen here. So catch us every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Okay, no, next Wednesday won't be. Well, we'll have to set up something for Kari's birthday for next week, because won't be Kari's birthday when we come after next week. So come with your birthday wishes for Kari next week. Her big 5-0. Whoop whoop.
Let's
Save yourself $50, and I'll have my Cash App and Venmo already.
Yes. have that ready. Have that ready.
We have the Exotica 2025 shows ready. April 11th to the 13th in Chicago, Illinois. June 27th to the 29th in Miami, Florida. October 24th to the 26th in Edison, New Jersey. And December 5th to the 7th in good old Washington, D.C., my backyard. So definitely lock those dates into your calendar. Go to EXXXOTICA.tv for your tickets. And if you're looking to be an exhibitor, you can contact their sales team and get information on how you can become an exhibitor at Exotica. Also, they have an amazing seminar series, stage shows, dungeon, all kinds of stuff. So definitely start working on it now. It's only a couple of months away.
Yes. And so if you are frequent viewers of ours, you know that we use something or someone to highlight that a particular show has come and gone. So last year, I picked this Halle Berry image from a James Bond movie. Sassy. And I meant to do this one as well, which was Jason Momoa in this pink velvet tuxedo. Okay, so anywho,
I think they would make a hot couple, by the way, just saying.
Anywho, especially because Jason likes them older. Because remember, Lisa Bonet is older than Jason, so Jason like an older woman. Just saying, Jason. Just saying.
I'm sad that they didn't
make it right. I was digging them. I was digging them. But anyway, so I bring those two up to say the ladies and I have decided this year we are going to be the indicator that one of these shows has come and gone. So stay tuned. See what each of us decides to use as our image for one of these dates.
Go to my Twitter. I'm going to put up a few photos and you guys get to select the image that will make it to the screen.
That's fun.
You like that? You like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, we have a special announcement that we don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Announcement coming soon.
The family, our man behind the screen has sent over this wonderful image, which looks like a woman's
tell us what it's for.
And hopefully soon we'll be roped into the secret so we can share it with you all. So in the meantime, between time, make sure you come back every week until we find out what it is so we can share it with you.
Yeah.
Because we can't hold water. We've got Casey who's over here searching for stuff to talk shit about.
Yeah. I like it. Yes. I like it. It's a new spin. Yeah.
There you go. And of course, our lovely and delicious pink boxes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the bottom, it says queenofbbw.com/boobtube. That will take you to our Instagram broadcast channel, which is a work in progress.
And we want you to support it. I want you to support it so that it can continue to progress.
Yes.
Hey, and TikTok's back.
Did it ever actually leave?
Yeah. It was like a 1-day ban.
Okay.
First of all, it was a false alarm.
No.
That's like the pregnancy test that looked like it was pregnant for like 2 seconds. Yeah, it was something else. But yeah. We do polls and questions and announcements in this broadcast channel. So on Instagram, you're going to go to queenofbbw.com/boobtube. We do have a TikTok. There's nothing posted there. I have all these ideas, but there's only 24 hours in a day.
And she's only one person.
We're only 3 people.
Well, when it comes to that, you're one person.
Yes, I am one person.
You're one person.
And I have some ideas for it, but soon. It'll all come to fruition soon. So definitely make sure you lock in those Exotica dates. Women, ladies are free Friday. So sign up for your free Friday tickets to get into the show. It's a great opportunity to go and explore and have a great night, whether you're getting married, getting divorced, celebrating a birthday, or just want to have a girls' night,
come see us.
oh,
Come see us. Because we'll be there.
I thought you were saying show your shirt. Yeah, we'll be there.
No, I'm sorry.
I was like, hold on, let me pull my shirt up.
Okay, not too high though. Not too high.
Yeah, not too high. But thank you guys so much for coming to the show. We always appreciate seeing you guys every week. And we will see you guys next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Also, like, share, comment, all those things. If you're on Twitter, make sure you retweet, comment, and follow Exotica as well as all of us, which is in our pink boxes. That's what that's there for. And without further ado, back to you, Casey.
Boob tube royalty.